Pomegranates. I'm gonna do an update. This is a wonderful pomegranate. There used to be two here. I mowed one. I kept mowing this too because you know, I forget. But this finally, I finally protected it one time and it grew. And this is the back. That's the tree house right there. Um, the two other pomegranate that are, man, birds. They're closer to the main house. They're full of flowers. I haven't gotten any fruit from those two. There's the Texas pink right there, which we'll go around and take a look. But I don't mind them at all. I would plant more of pomegranate because they're simply are very ornamental. Look how pretty they are. Look at that glossy leaves and look at the flowers, and they flower for a while. We love our Peggy Martin rose, so pretty. But it's a short span of those flowers. Pomegranates, look, there's new buds coming out and about to bloom, and this has been flowering for a while. Look at all the flowers on the ground. So quite ornamental. I might need to erect that part right there. So that got weighed down by crap that I didn't clear, and it's bushing out right there. And I don't want to prune it because, man, I pruned the pomegranate. They don't like it. Maybe I'm pruning them at the wrong time, so I stopped pruning. So I leave them alone. We have the space. So wonderful. No fruit yet. This is our youngest one, probably 3 years old. Look how pretty those flowers are. So let's take a look at the Texas pink. Texas pink, I used to have, let me point this down so I don't make you guys dizzy if you're watching this. I have two Texas pink, and I pruned them. Then we got a late freeze, and it died that year. So it eventually, hey fork, it eventually stopped having growth. So I'm guessing a lot of what I saw was, I thought it was still alive, was reserve energy. So this is still flowering. This is Texas pink. We get fruit from this one. I even forgot to harvest one. Look at that. It kind of pruned up from last year. But so I read Wonderful and Texas pink, they're self-fertile. I can guarantee you that Texas pink is self-fertile because even though there's a Wonderful right there, I got fruit from this when that Wonderful was like a foot on the ground because I keep mowing it. So it didn't contribute anything to the fruit production. I actually didn't harvest that too. There's another one right there. Like I said, quite ornamental. It's like a bush, but also erect. Because when I pruned this, I tried to just leave about 8 stems or trunk to make it like a tree, and then I killed the other one, so I stopped. I do have the space, so I don't care how this kind of works out. As you can see, there's like a Thornless Blackberry in the middle that just came up from below all the way up there. Yeah, blackberries, sometimes they're like 20 feet long if you don't prune them. And it's sharing space with this Violet de Bordeaux. That's okay. As long as I can mow underneath there, I can traverse in there, they're fine. So I expect to get a lot more fruit. I think we got 8 last year. So, and this was half of that the year before, so on and so forth. So you keep getting more fruit every year, but not like crazy amount, 8. So maybe double this year. It's a much wider tree right now. All right, so I don't see any fruit forming yet. They flower for a while, so I'm not too concerned about not getting any. Eventually some of this will get pollinated, and I haven't studied anything about pollination on other than the usual online search that they're self-fertile. But like I said, I did get some Texas pink. So let's go to the other ones. I'm gonna bring the camera down like so you don't get dizzy. So we're now going to the main, the middle garden. So I haven't gotten any fruit from these guys. They're probably here for 4 years. Just as ornamental as the other ones. And they're not getting as much sun as those two. They still get their share of sun because once they get early morning sun and then midday to early afternoon. So here they are. I guess a bunch of it are male flowers. First I thought they were fruits. They look like them. They look like forming pomegranate, but just the amount of flowers that this guy produced. Look at the ground. It's all kind of red. It's like red mulch. And it's still flowering. There's still new blooms. I mean buds. So yeah, but I don't know how. I think I kind of read a little bit of it. You need the female and kind of male together. So they would kind of pollinate. So I thought like that one right there would form into a pomegranate, but usually that ends up just dropping. So I don't know. I don't water this by itself. It most likely gets its water when I water around the persimmons and the muscadine right here. So maybe that's, well, it gets plenty of rain early in the season. So yeah, but we love the look, the ornamental look of pomegranate. So even though they don't give us fruit, the flowers and the foliage is enough. But would be a bonus to get fruit. So let's take a look at the other one. It's just on the other side of this middle garden. All right, we're gonna sneak by the persimmon, and it's still fruit dropping. And there's one more, and persimmons. All right, so not as vigorous. Obviously, it gets less sun, but plenty of flowers. So if there's any issue of cross-pollination the other one is just there. So maybe a different variety would help. I don't know where to put it though, because this is like the backyard. I mean, front yard food forest right here. It's quite dense in here, and there's an apple right there. Yeah. I'll just have to do another update maybe in a month if any of this form into fruits. So for now it's just like that. We get plenty of beautiful flowers and shiny green foliage. They're maintenance free though. I don't do anything to this. I pruned this when I pruned the Texas pink and ended up killing it, and so I stopped pruning this one. And they stopped kind of bushing out. They just went upright. Keep in mind, when I bought this, they were tiny. When you buy pomegranates, 5-gallon pots, they're tiny. So as you can see here, it didn't bush out like the Texas pink. But look at this trunk. They got really thick and fat. Okay, so instead of kind of spreading. But I do see some new growth at the back right there. But not as much as the Texas pink, and the wonderful at the back has to do with the amount of sunlight they get.